I'm going to show you something that's that identifies the presumption of law. Now, this word here, presumption, is something that is assumed, or something that exists until a fact is sort of known. So when they call it, and you'll hear this a lot, lawyers and in the courts, it's a presumption of law. But I'm going to explain to you today where that comes from, because if I were to ask you, well, tell me where the presumption is, what's the difference between the presumption and the fact? Well, not many people probably think about that. Well, I'll show it to you. Commonwealth of Australia. If I were to ask you, how would you read that? What would you read? Commonwealth of Australia. Or is that a presumption? Does that Commonwealth of Australia really read Commonwealth of Australia? Is that a fact or is it a presumption? Well, I'll translate this all uppercase symbolic text, which is a Latin-based text, into English, and we'll see how it comes up. Full stop. Of full stop. If this is a form of sign language or Egyptian hieroglyphic text or a Latin-based text that is that operates under the grammatical rules or the Latin grammatical rules, if we translate this into the English text, Commonwealth of Australia, it reads Commonwealth, full stop, and of, full stop, and Australia. So that's what caused this to be a presumption, because in fact it does not read Commonwealth of Australia. It reads Commonwealth and of and Australia. Now, in order to bring this type of text factually and make it read Commonwealth of Australia, according to Article 11.147 of the Chicago Manual of Styles that deals in ASL or American Sign Language, we have to hyphenate. When we hyphenate between the Commonwealth and the of and the Australia, that then comes back to Commonwealth of Australia. Can you see what's going on? This is the presumption that creates the English to look like that, which does not read Commonwealth of Australia. And then if we want to translate this or create in sign language Commonwealth of Australia, or to write Australia, we have to hyphenate that, like I say. And what it says is, in order to join three words in sign language together to create a sentence in sign, which is the sign language. And remember, you have to sign a document, enter into sign. You must hyphenate between the three signs, or between two or more signs, in order to string a sentence together in sign. And of course, that's not what's happening. So when you see your name, written on a driver license or some sort of a Medicare card or some sort of government issue card or a bank issued or power bill, when you see a name written like that, it translates into not your name. So if the all uppercase text that appears on all private government documents and banking documents, and power bills, etc., to render your true correct name, you need to hyphenate it. Now, of course, even if you think your name is John Paul Smith, you will probably notice also on your birth certificate a name looking like this. Name grammatically